Hi, this is Sonia with Artsy Solutions, and welcome to hashtag Essence of Time. And it's hosted by Vera of Spilled Coffee Crafts. And it's basically a 100-day project where if you only had 10 minutes to craft, to see what you could do within that time frame. So I'm trying to play catch up. So this is days 40, 41, 42, and 43. Okay, so the last time we had a little play, I made, where did I put it? Wait a minute. Where did I put it? I made some pockets and stuff. I don't know where I put them at. Somewhere. Well, they're somewhere in here. And I can't believe I can't find them. Oh, here they are. There's Sonia. Yeah, we made these tags and these little pockets right here. So today I've decided I want to have some play with some alcohol ink. And Kristen, she had sent me some Happy Meal. And she sent me some some papers to practice with, and some really cute fabric. This is really cute, but I'm gonna use this on a different project because those colors, these are really cute. They're gonna look better on a different project. So we're gonna set these over to the side. And she sent me this little squeezy thingy. I've got alcohol inks and I've got alcohol. I don't know what percentage. I just grabbed some alcohol, so I guess it doesn't matter what percentage you use. But we're going to have some fun with it. And hold on, let me just hit pause for a second. Okay, so I hit pause because I wanted to go ahead and get my gloves and get things together. But yeah, I have this little squeezy thingy that we're going to be using to move the alcohol with. And so Cree gave me some of these little papers. I'm just going to use one of them. And I think she said she'd gotten hers off of Amazon and just cut them down into like smaller sizes. And I'm also going to use one of the Tim Holtz alcohol ink cardstocks. So we're just going to be playing with just these two types of paper. And I went on ahead. And now I do have my 70% isopropyl, however you pronounce that, alcohol. And we're going to be mainly using a combination of like your browns and yellows and things like that. Because I have Valencia and it's kind of a reddish burnt kind of looking color. And then we have sepia, butterscotch. I've got dandelion, which is like your yellow. Espresso, teakwood. Now some of these are super old and they're just not gonna do right. Now I do have some alcohol. Oh, and then I might use this aquamarine. Even though this is blue, I still like to add my, I love blue and brown. I can't help myself. But since this is like a coffee theme, I figured my journal's a coffee theme. I figured I would stick to like your browns and just kind of see what kind of backgrounds I could get. And then I also have some alcohol pearl. But from my understanding, you're supposed to use mixatives when you're using alcohol ink and alcohol. That way they don't like get gritty and like don't stick to your paper. But I don't have any mixatives. And I have seen it do that because I've used it with water. And because I had mixed some alcohol ink, alcohol pearl, and then I had sprayed some water, and it did have that kind of gritty kind of look. But that's fine because I want it to kind of look like coffee granules. You know what I mean? So what I'm probably going to do is, of course, I'm going to create a background with these two. And then I want to make some embellishments and different things with it. And my goal for these 4 sessions is to make the background and then make the embellishments using a combination of like jump rings and different things like that. Because I was watching on Cree's channel, she also made some little cute typewriter rings, typewriter keys. And she also did something with some bottle caps and stuff like that. And I've got some bottle caps that I got from my nephew because, well, he has adult beverages. I don't drink, but he does. But I told him to keep his bottle caps for me. And I've been collecting some soda can tabs. So I might also do some play with this soda can tabs as well. So we'll see with these 4 sessions. But I was wanting to definitely do something with the bottle caps and the background that we create. And glossy accents, because Cree had made some typewriter key shoes glossy accents. So we're going to use glossy accents, but we're also going to use some resin. Because the glossy accents takes a little while to dry, but since these are 10-minute sessions, I'll show you the before glossy accents, and then probably on Instagram and on Scrappy 8 Facebook, I'll probably show you the dried version. So anyway, so let's go ahead and get started. Oh, and I also found I kept some of these hot chocolate, not hot chocolate, what do you call it? Coffee, latte, different things like that. I have like a 3-pack that I got from a discount store, and I wanted to try some of these out. I have to drink them before September because they have a very soon expiration date. That's why I got them for like dirt cheap because they expire in about like a month. But anyway, I kept these since it's the coffee thing. And I might use those in this, but we'll see. All right, so let's go ahead and set our timer. And of course, the first session, I'm going to make our background, and it'll be the whole 10 minutes. And then I'll speed up the next 3 sessions, and then we'll reconvene and talk about what we made. All right, so starting our 10 minutes. I am going to... I've never played with alcohol inks before, but I have watched different videos, and I'm just going to go for it. I'm no rhyme or reason. I'm just going to see. Now, one of these alcohol ink lids, things aren't right, so if it falls off, then don't be too surprised. All right, and then I'm just going to kind of blow it and play, see what we can come up with. Then I'm just going to add some alcohol. This is a new one. My other one I had left in storage. I should have took it out, but that's fine because we can just use this. I'm going to see how that goes. I like the colors. I love that pattern. Now keep in mind, I had put the alcohol ink first, and then I added the alcohol afterwards. And I'm just trying to see what kind of pattern I can get. And I've watched different people with their alcohol ink projects and things like that. What I really like is that you only had to use like a drop, and it goes a long way, you know. This is pretty cool. And if I'm not mistaken, when I was watching Cree's video, she was using this kind of paper and some, I think it's called Upa paper or something like that. And no, it wasn't Cree. I'm sorry. It was Tiffany Solorio. And she used 2 different types of paper. And some of them could wipe off using a wet wipe. I forgot which kind of paper it was. If I remember the video, I'll put a link in the description. But I've watched quite a few videos. But yeah, I like this yellow color and brown because I like when I'm getting, I like how it's mixing. And I love that pattern of that yellow down in there with the brown. It's pretty cool. Let me just add some alcohol and see what we can get. Drop here, drop there, drop there, drop, 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 drop. I like that look. And I'm just going to let those take effect. And then let me add. So I've used, what color did I use? I've used teakwood and I've used dandelion. Slide that over. This is looking more like rust than anything. So let's add a little bit of this butterscotch. Just randomly. Somewhere. And then we're just going to move that around. It's pretty cool. I want the colors to kind of touch each other and combine. It's amazing how that turned like a deep bluish color. Matter of fact, let me just go ahead and add a little bit of blue on here. This is aquamarine. Put blue here and here. Maybe just a dab here and here. I like that. I like those colors and the patterns that it makes when it just kind of runs on its own. Let me see if I can move it a little bit. Yeah, I like that, how it moves. Let's see. All right. Well, so let's add some alcohol to that one to get it to move a little bit. That blue. Let's see. Drop, drop. Let's see if we can move that. Yeah, there we go. This is pretty cool. This is my first time really playing with it like the correct way, I guess, if there's a correct way. And we're going to put a drop here, drop there, 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 there. I like that. I like how it leaves those circles. Okay, so let's just do a little espresso drops. Espresso, 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 espresso. Kind of like this paper better than that silver. But both of them are fun. I guess it depends on when you're playing what look you're going for, what you're trying to accomplish, you know. Now, I don't know how long it takes for this to dry completely. But I guess it depends on how much alcohol you use. Now, I'm going to add some of this smolder, this alcohol pearl. I know it's, since it's got alcohol and I don't have a mixative, I'm just going to see what it does. I like how it spreads like that. It's like it caramelizes or something. That's pretty cool. We'll try some of this Celestial alcohol pearl since we're doing blue. Oh, that's cool. That's pretty cool. I like the texture of it. I guess it kind of has a texture. All right, so we've used pearl. That. We've used splendor or whatever that is. We've used butterscotch. We haven't used Valencia yet. Let's just add a little bit of it. See what that does. And I'm putting it on the outsides just in case, which, you know, I don't know, because I wasn't sure how it was going to turn out. These are pretty cool. I do like these results. Add a little bit of, I thought I had alcohol still left in there. Add like a little drop, drop, drop. These are some awesome effects. And I like how that blue from the pearl is still there, and how this alcohol ink runs over top of it. I like that. All right, there's our first 10 minutes. And I'm gonna try to dry this and see. I don't know if you're supposed to use alcohol. I mean, if you're supposed to use a, what do you call it? Heating tool on it or not. But that's what we're going to do. So I'm going to dry it, and we're going to see what we can do on session 2. Alright, so we've got that, and then I'm just gonna make something else out of these right here. So I'm just gonna go ahead and make some more. I'm just gonna trace around some more of these, and we'll get started on the session 3. Okay, so this is it for session 3, and we're getting ready to start session 4. But before I do that, I gotta hit pause because I need to go get my little keys. I printed out some typewriter keys, and I need to go get them. I left them in the other room. Alright, so I went and got those, and I got these off of Creative Fabrica. These are clip art vintage typewriter keys by Screech Owl Studio, and it's on Creative Fabrica. Alright, so let's go ahead and start our last 10 minutes. Okay, so there goes the time, but I'm just, since this is glossy accents and it takes so long to cure, I'm going to go ahead and add it on these little letters right here. And I'm also going to go ahead and add the jump ring, 2 of the jump rings to 2 of the keys. And then on the next session, we're going to be using some resin. And the resin will help it stay, or it'll cure like much faster. But I wanted to show you that there are different ways that you can accomplish this look. Now you could go ahead and add some glue just to make sure it stays. But I think as long as I don't move this, I might be okay. I hope. Yeah, I just gotta position it if it'll go and stay in place. There's always gotta be that one, you know? Okay, let me just get my tweezers and see if we can get it to stay in place. Okay. Where's my book here? Sorry guys, I'm a little bit longer than I'm supposed to be. Alright, let's just hold that in place. Slide this where I want it so that the number shows, the number 9. And then we're just going to add some of this glossy accents. And then hopefully we're good. I'm hoping. Get the little bubble out of there. Come on, bubble pop. Okay. So we're just going to set these to the side somewhere and let them dry. And then we will reconvene tomorrow with resin. So if you guys enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up, and if you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel and check out my other videos, blog, and social media sites. And as always, I thank you guys so much for watching.